Accurate films about D-Day. The Allied invasion of Normandy in June 1944, known as D-Day, was a significant event in the Second World War. D-Day began the liberation from Nazi rule of France, followed by the rest of Western Europe, commanded by General Dwight D. Eisenhower. The event has been made the subject of commemoration. This year's 80th anniversary marks its significance once again. D-Day has captured the attention of many filmmakers over the years. Today we will take a look at 10 of the best D-Day movies, each reminding us of the prominent place it has in our collective memory. If you like this video, hit the notification button to get my new videos. If you want to check out my many other videos, head over to my channel. The link is in the description. Like, share and subscribe as well. I appreciate it. Let's get into it. True Glory, 1945. All the nations involved in the Second World War produced propaganda. True Glory is a notable example of the approach adopted by the Western Allies, a co-production of the US Office of War Information and the British Ministry of Information, documenting the victory on the Western Front, from Normandy to the collapse of the Third Reich. Many individuals, including screenwriter and director Garson Kanin, contributed to the film. British director Carol Reed is normally credited as the director. The documentary was promoted with the tagline, "The story of your victory, told by the guys who won it." The film won the Academy Award for Best Documentary Feature.
Ducks, lights, rats, rowboats, all sorts of Rube Goldbergs. The stuff just kept pouring in.
It got tougher when we pulled up on the outskirts of Cherbourg. They had great defenses. Then the artillery really carried the ball. For 3 days we socked it to them. We took Cherbourg on June 25th. The Jerry's.
Breakthrough, 1950. The war film emerged as a popular genre in post-war Hollywood, with several notable features produced in the late 1940s and early 1950s. Breakthrough is one example. It follows a newly graduated infantry officer, Lieutenant Joe Mallory, played by John Agar, as he leads an experienced platoon of the 1st Infantry Division, an American unit that played a central role in the D-Day landings at Omaha Beach.
I don't know. I never voted.
You never voted? Why, that's unpatriotic.
Oh, they won't let me. I'm only 19.
How do you like that, Uncle Roy? A guy's old enough to join the army and get himself shot, but he's not old enough to vote. Well, I'm going to change that when I get to Congress.
You got it all figured out, haven't you, Danny?
You bet.
Why do you want to know all this stuff about me?
D-Day, the 6th of June, 1956. D-Day in its very title. At its center is a love triangle involving a British officer, Lieutenant Colonel Winter, played by Richard Todd, and American officer, Captain Brad Parker, played by Robert Taylor, and a member of the Auxiliary Territorial Service, Valerie Russell, played by Dana Winter. The American and Britain are both members of Special Force 6, a fictional Anglo-American unit with a key role in the Normandy landings. They are also in competition for the heart of Russell.
You're not a stranger anymore.
Okay. Suppose you stay this way. Friends. You imagine for 1 second your wife thinks you're going to be faithful the whole of the war?
I'll come back. Oh, but I will, I swear it. I'm never going to give you up.
To take. But if we're bold to start with, more of us will be alive when it's all over.
The Longest Day, 1962. Until 1998's Saving Private Ryan, The Longest Day was for many years the iconic D-Day film of note, featuring a who's who of Hollywood celebrities: Robert Mitchum, Richard Burton, Sean Connery, and John Wayne, to name a few. The film concentrates on June 6th itself, and almost as complex as the original operation. Richard Todd, here in his second D-Day film, a real-life D-Day veteran who parachuted into Normandy on June 6, plays Major John Howard, who led the famous British glider assault on the bridges over the Caen Canal and Orne River.
Let's get them back for Dunkirk.
Do you hear that? But Jesus, Dunkirk. Did you hear it, Clough? Sure, he was still at school at the time. Come on, you bastard! Come out, you dusty slobs! Letting it back! Oh,
Richard Burton, Paul Anka, Henry Fonda, Mel Ferrer, Richard Todd, Red Buttons, Rod Steiger, Fabian, Tommy Sands, Irina Demick, Leo Gann, Richard Beamer, Robert Wagner.
Sir. Are you all right, boy?
Yes, sir.
Well, don't you think you better go back there and get your rifle?
Out there, sir?
You're almost sure to need it before this day is over.
Yes, sir.
Robert Mitchum, John Wayne.
Overlord, 1975, named after the official military designation for the Battle of Normandy. Operation Overlord. This is an unusual and enigmatic film. Directed by Stuart Cooper, follows a young man named Tom, Brian Sterner, from civilian life to joining up and eventually D-Day. But this is no celebration of heroics, rather a sad tale that lingers on loss.
Overlord, code name for D-Day, June the 6th, 1944. This is it. We're going in.
You'll be back, and there'll be time.
The Big Red One, 1980. The film is focused on the same formation as Breakthrough, the 1st Infantry Division, the insignia of which is a Big Red One. Following a tough veteran played by Lee Marvin as he leads his squad from North Africa through Sicily and Normandy and on into Germany. Among their group is a young private played by Mark Hamill, also at the height of his Star Wars fame.
Son of a bitch!
Saving Private Ryan, 1998, the most well-known D-Day film of our time. This Steven Spielberg production features Tom Hanks as a US Army Ranger on a special mission to find and rescue a paratrooper, Private Ryan, Matt Damon, given a ticket home by the Army top brass after the death in action of his 3 brothers. Celebrated for the visceral violence of its opening scenes, scoring a Best Director Oscar for Spielberg. Ike, Countdown to D-Day, 2004. General Eisenhower has featured in many D-Day films as overall commander of the operation. Eisenhower, or Ike, as he was known, had the responsibility for deciding when the assault on Normandy would begin. The discussions that affected this decision feature prominently in The Longest Day, but this film puts Ike's burden at its center.
Sir, may I return to my headquarters now?
La Femmes de l'Ombre, female agents. D-Day films have tended to be very male-focused, giving little space to the contributions made to the success of the landings by the fairer sex. This French film focuses on the important role played in the Allied war effort by women who served in the Special Operations Executive, a secretive espionage and sabotage unit. It depicts 5 female agents as they help prepare the ground for the Normandy D-Day operation.
Dernier recours, croquez-le. Le poison agit en 5 minutes. Il faut neutraliser une riche. On a encore une chance de le coincer à Paris.
Il n'a jamais été question d'aller à Paris. Laissez partir.
Nous allons à Paris tous ensemble, sans exception.
Pierre a été arrêté. À partir de maintenant, plus personne ne se connaît. Marche normalement.
The Great Escaper, 1923. Michael Caine in his final film role, based on the real-life story of Royal Navy veteran Bernard Jordan, who famously broke out of his care home in June 2014 to attend the 70th anniversary D-Day commemorations in Normandy. Another film released the same year, starring Pierce Brosnan, The Last Rifleman, was also inspired by Bernie's escape.
It's in our blood.
In the name of God, do you think you're going to get to Normandy? So you can't even find the bathroom in your room.
Oh, that's very funny.
I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. I appreciate your likes and subscribers. Hit the notification button to get my new videos. Take a look at my channel and check out my Facebook page. The links are in the description. I am Wrangler. Bye for now. See you again soon.
Interesting facts about famous people.